Hello YouTube! In today's video, I'm going to go over a little experiment in tea brewing that I did related to kombucha, but first I'm going to try one of my latest batches, which was a white tea kombucha. This particular bottle of white tea kombucha was flavored with a homemade grapefruit syrup. This syrup was made by clarifying store-bought grapefruit juice with pectinase enzyme and then reducing it right down with a little bit of added sugar. The syrup is quite tart and bitter, but also intensely citrusy and sweet, somewhat reminiscent of a marmalade. Oh! Not too bitter. The white tea and the grapefruit are really nice together. And the white tea is so naturally sweet, you can taste that outside of any added sugar. The bitterness from the grapefruit is like blending into the floralness of the white tea. It's nice. In my recent batch of kombucha, I did a little experiment comparing a Western style brewing with a Chinese or Gongfu style brewing. The primary difference is the ratio of water to tea leaf. For the Western style brewed tea, I brewed roughly 1 liter of water with 7 grams of tea for 4 minutes. In the Gongfu style of tea brewing, you brew much less water with much more tea, but for very short infusions and for multiple times in a row. For everyday tea drinking, Gongfu certainly produces a much more rich and stronger flavor of tea, but I wanted to see if it could make a stronger, large batch of tea as well. So to make things fair, the 1 liter of Western style tea was compared to 8 half-cup infusions of Gongfu style tea. So for both styles of brewing, the total output of tea and total brewing time was roughly the same. However, the Gongfu batch of tea was definitely more complex and had a stronger finish than the Western style tea, even though the overall ratio of water to tea ended up being the same. My theory is that by brewing it in short, small bursts, you give more of the water an opportunity to interact directly with the tea leaves, whereas with Western style brewing, only a small proportion of the actual water is near the tea leaves. So you're relying on diffusion from water to distribute the flavor compounds from the tea leaves. Obviously, this is just one experiment, but I plan to be making all of my tea for kombucha in this style, or perhaps a hybrid of Gongfu and Western style. You don't need any specialized equipment. Simply calculate how much tea you want, and instead of brewing it all at once, brew it in between 4 and 8 smaller stages with the same amount of tea leaf. I hope you found this video interesting. If you did, please consider sharing it and subscribing. Thank you for watching.